As a person ages, the neck, the jaw, and the face starts sagging down. So people assume that mewing or making faces or doing tongue exercises will be enough. But it is not just the face and the neck and the jaw that is sagging down. Rather, it's the entire axial skeleton musculature that becomes weak, or the muscles around the spine that actually start sinking down, which is what creates that sagging effect. Hitting the gym and working on your appendicular muscles will give you this result where your girth size is still increasing and becoming broader while the neck muscles become weak and start sinking downwards. So the solution for this is to create an equal and opposite force in the upward direction, which will prevent that sagging effect of the spine muscles. And in order to do this, you need to wear something known as the Indian loincloth or the langot, and you need to sit according to the natural bipedal design of the human body, which we have gained through years of evolution. This posture, it simulates the evolutionary design of the human body, and sitting like this will ensure that you're pushing the pelvic floor up and you're making the inner abdominal wall more compact. And while sitting like this, if you ensure that your spine is making that natural S-shaped curvature, then that will tone the muscles of the entire spine, including the muscles of the neck, jaw, and face. A huge part of being a yoga teacher is that I should be able to teach others all the things that I practice on myself. It is a valid science only if the whole world can do it. A lot of times people assume that yoga is not for them and that their stiff bodies can't really perform the advanced yoga practices that yoga experts are doing, but that is not the case. So it doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter what your gender is, what your fitness level is, how much body fat percentage you have. None of this matters. As long as you are a human being with a humanoid design, you will be able to practice this system of yoga. Even though it may seem very difficult initially, even those people who have health issues can practice this system of yoga, because the guidance of a good trainer or therapist is all that you need. And then you need to understand that it is something that everyone can do. As people grow older, they have knee joint problems and lower back issues. Tantra Yoga offers perfect solutions for the prevention of these problems. So imagine turning your legs inwards like in the lotus pose and stretching the spine in front. And then you're turning the legs outwards like in the Tantric diamond pose, then stretching the spine behind. And conversely, you're stretching in front in the Tantric diamond pose and then stretching the spine behind while sitting in the lotus pose. And these 4 practices don't even take more than 15 minutes once you master how to do them. So all gerontology related issues related to the legs and the lower back can be solved. All these 4 practices, they perfectly complement each other, and you can imagine it can completely open up the joints of the legs and the lower back. There is this new trend on Instagram known as mewing, where you basically improve your jawline structure. There is this yoga breathing technique known as Ujjayi Pranayam, which basically does the same thing. You're basically partially contracting the epiglottis muscle, which is basically the muscle that stops food from going into the windpipe. It will make the Adam's apple move in the upward direction and will make the jaw muscle stick up to the mandible, which is the jawbone, which is what gives you that nice sharp jawline feature. Along with this, you should do another practice known as the Khechari Mudra, wherein you are pushing the tongue up and behind into the throat cavity towards the nasopharynx. It will also give you a nice cylindrical 3-dimensional neck structure, which goes well with a sharp jawline, which is what most models have. You can actually do this while lifting heavy weights or while doing upper body practices, which will improve the size and shape of your neck.